Tietang, I don't care what Shishi wants. I can't and won't move to China. The exasperation in my voice must have finally registered because Tietang sagged. Even his whisker tendrils and yellow neck ruffles drooped. The dragon of China rarely looked depressed, but right now, he looked wilted.
But you'd be treated like royalty, and I'd have someone to talk to.
He whined. I glared at him. 150-year-old being should not be whining. You can talk to and visit Caroline whenever you want. You know how to find and visit your family, which means you're being ridiculous. I crossed my arms, not taking my eyes off him. He had to quit doing this. She is correct. It is most unbecoming of a dragon to beg, especially to a human. Zmog's voice rang in my head. Thanks, Zmog. I managed to keep my voice level, and I didn't glare at the dragon. Much. Her help always left me feeling even smaller than I usually did around the dragons. We were standing in one of the many dragon pocket realms, this area they had altered to make it tolerable for humans, what with our weak skin and puny lungs. A direct quote from Zmog. It was a mountainous area, with peaks that reached above the clouds, the air crisp and cold, and part of me wanted to go for a hike. There was the sense of adventure waiting just out of sight. The rest of me wanted to go home. I had work in the morning, and being here meant I wasn't helping Joe and Sable with dinner.
Shishi values your input. She has figured out the medal to give you and everything. The ceremony will be extravagant.
The obvious sop to my ego didn't help, and I glared at Tietang. I've told her I don't need a medal, and she has advisors and family and other mages. Well, I know less than nothing about Chinese politics. The unrest is settled. She needs to make friends and contacts in China. It had taken a full year for the obvious infighting to settle down, and for the government to accept Shishi as the empress. There were still some social issues going on, but as far as the rest of the world knew, China accepted their new ruler. I, on the other hand, got hit with Tietang whining, Caroline bouncing over to hang with him, and a lonely woman who I couldn't even talk to without my familiar. My Mandarin was less than non-existent.
I know,
Tietang sighed.
But she expects traitors everywhere. It makes it hard for her to trust even when I tell her the person is trustworthy. She needs to show how much you saved us.
I saved my people too. She will learn. I didn't mean to be unkind, but really, calling me every time his mage had issues was ridiculous. Besides, Shishi was a decade older than me. Then there was the metal business. China, well, more accurately, Shishi, and the U.S. State Department had been fighting for ages to agree. It took months to get the medal they wanted to give me approved through Congress. Then Shishi got in on the medal idea, and she wanted a big joint awards ceremony in Beijing. I just hoped that if they kept arguing about who was going to host the ceremony, eventually it would all go away.
I guess.
If anything, Tietang looked even more dispirited, and I had to resist giving in to his desires. Caroline had been exploring the area, ignoring us, which told me I was as safe as I could be. Granted, with dragons, that didn't mean much. They were very capable of killing me by patting me on the back. Go home, Tietang. Teach your chosen to be as strong as Caroline. Zmog shooed her son with her wing. He moped, but left a minute later. I took a deep breath, forcing a smile, then looked at Zmog. I take it you wanted to talk to me? I said, looking at the dragon. Zmog didn't do subtle, or at least the human version of subtle. I do enjoy humans who know how to think. There is a request for you to visit the Council of Lords later this turning. I want you to come. The Council of what? I blinked at her, feeling off balance. That wasn't anything I had expected.